we are experimenting with something radically different in the mission field, and I term it journalistic missions. Now, typically, as a missionary videographer, I go out with very expensive equipment, a drone, thousands of dollars worth of lenses, and I create cinematic films. But this takes a couple weeks, if not a couple months, to actually create a finished product to push out to the fans, the supporters, the prayer warriors of that particular ministry. And so on this particular mission here in Honduras, I've been experimenting with journalistic missions. And that is between the time when I film a video and when I launch it out into social media land, it's about 3 to 4 hours. It's not quite live streaming because typically in this environment you don't have a stable enough signal to live stream, but it's minimal editing. It's not quite as cinematic, but it's real and it's raw and it's authentic. And I have a feeling that's where people are going in the world today, where they're more apt to forgive a less cinematic type video. Like for example, you're probably not seeing a lot of epic drone shots and cool text sweeping in. You're just seeing sometimes just a single shot of an interview with a local missionary. And I slip some B-roll in it to kind of complement what he's saying. And then I push it out fairly instantaneously. Now there are pros and cons to this. The cons, first of all, are from an artist perspective, it's not quite as epic. I really get excited about those beautiful cinematic shots. However, the pros to this is that you get exactly what's going on in the mission field. You understand what the problems are and also what the joys and benefits and blessings are of the mission team, boots on the ground. You get it fairly instantaneously. Again, within 3 to 4 hours of it happening, it's pushed out and you understand what their needs are, whether it's prayer needs, financial needs, or whether future needs. You know what? I could do something like that. So it's a level of authenticity that, in my opinion, I think is really cool. So really, I'm experimenting hugely with this. If you ever know me with Knox Studio, I'm all a part of ABE. ABE stands for Always Be Experimenting. And when you're always experimenting, it's forcing you to innovate. It's forcing you to think and ask yourself, what is the rest of the world not doing that perhaps I could offer a solution to? So consider this, whether or not you hire Knox Studio on your next short-term missions, consider allocating or assigning rather a task to a certain person who has the ability to quickly capture what's going on, quickly edit it, and quickly disseminate it to the masses. So far, I have seen this happen with the local organization of E210, and it's been awesome. I've been seeing so much feedback from local supporters back at home going, yes, is that what's happening? We're gonna pray down some of God's artillery into that situation. And it's so cool to see not only people here on the mission field engaging, but the people back at home almost instantaneously engaging with what God is doing out in the mission field.